Alrighty, folks. So I actually just did a whole almost 20-minute video training Tater, and I did not have the microphone on. So we spent a long time training, got a lot of reps in, and there was no audio. So we are going to redo it. Um, so he's already been working on this mat. So let's change the mat. Maybe that'll help kind of show more or less the beginning stages again. He is extremely excited for food. So, all right, it's a new day. Um, Talking about Tater, he's a little over 4 months old. He's like 40 pounds. He's a big old thick boy. He is a German Shepherd Labrador mix, and he is a very confident dog. So does really well with all the dogs that we bring in our program. Outside, running around with them, doing fantastic with that. You'll hear a lot that as soon as you get your dog, start setting the rules and start training them. Like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't really felt like I've needed to train him since I got him at about 8, 9 weeks old, which it's not that big of a deal. Okay. And the only reason I'm going to start training him now is so that one, I have some content, but two, he's getting to that age where he's going to start pushing boundaries and stuff like that. But we have worked on crate training. That was something we did day one. Waiting for food so he doesn't just um, plow through me to get to his food. Um, and we've gone on some walks, and he does really good on the walks. But the big thing that we've already started working on is doing nothing. So he's running around a lot now, but when we sit down and we're hanging out, he sits down and just hangs out with us. He's not being pushy, looking for love. He'll do that a little bit, of course, but nowhere near as bad as some dogs that I see. So he's pretty content with just kind of hanging out. Something we'll build on and we'll get better at, but now it's time to officially start really training him to do things. So one of the first things I want the dogs to know, and this goes for any of the dogs in my program, there's three main commands you could say. See, look at there, just showing up. Three main commands that I focus on personally. That is heel, so that's walking next to us. That is place, which is go to your spot, your dog bed, your whatever, you go to that. And down. If I don't have a place to put you, I don't have like a cot or a bed or something, I need you to lay down. So a lot of people, well, what about a recall or a come or here command? I use heel for that. So um, it's kind of a two for one because if my dog is 10 yards away and I say Tater heel, the expectation and the only way he can heal is by being right here. So I just use that as my recall. If you want to teach your dog come, that's fine. Like, there's no big deal about it. But that's just me personally, what I like to do. So when it comes to training, step one, first thing we're going to do is called loading the marker. I use the marker yes. So when I say yes, he gets rewarded. So that's going to tell him it's going to be the bridge between what you just did is correct and your reward. Okay, so that means I say yes. That gives me a little bit of time to get to him and give him the reward. So we're going to use food. He's very food motivated. All that running around, he was looking for food. So, Tater, yes, good boy. And we've worked on sit, kind of. Yes. So the fact that he's sitting down is pretty obvious. Yes. And you can go through this quickly. You don't have to do, you don't have to wait 4 seconds. You don't have to wait for him to do anything. He just needs to know that yes means food is coming, or the toy, the love and affection, whatever the reward is. Yes. I personally, right now with Tater, because I've already done this, I am waiting for him to look at me. Yes. Good boy. And you always go to them. Yes. You don't want them to come to you, because that'll create a bad habit of breaking the command. Yes. So as he's already starting to come up and get out of that sit. Yes. 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 Good. Okay. And I just did, I don't know, 10-ish reps of that. So I have about 2 handfuls of his 5 cups of food that he eats a day. I have 2 handfuls in his pocket, and we're just going to rep it out. He will be getting more than just one piece because he gets so much food. So, place. So we're going to lure him on a little bit. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Break. Well, I guess that's actually the wrong command to use. Place. Yes. Good. What we should be saying is, let's go. Good boy. Place. Yes. Good. So, we've already gone through the steps of him putting one paw on, getting rewarded, putting 2 paws on, getting rewarded, kind of getting on it, rewarded. Yes. So we're at the point of every time he gets 4 paws on there, he gets rewarded. So let's go. Where'd you go? Tater. Place. Yes. Oh boy. Good. I like to put food in both hands just for this specifically. A lot of the dogs that come into my program, we don't do all of this because it's not a clean slate. There's a lot of wrongdoing, a lot of blowing off, a lot of fuck yous. I'm not listening to you. Yes, good boy. There's a lot of that going on with the dogs. I do deal with a lot of high anxiety, fearfulness, borderline aggression. Um, it's kind of became my little expertise. Let's go. Yes. Um, so I don't really get to do this with a lot of dogs. So every now and then I'll get a puppy in here because it's fun and everything, but um, I don't really know where I was going with that. That's why he's off leash. Yes. Good boy. Good. Um, most of the dogs I go through my program will be on leash to do this, and we'll be using different leash pressures to get them to go. So, good boy. Let's go. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Tater, place. Yes. Good boy. And I do give him quite a few pieces. Again, I have to go through 5 cups of food in a day. So if I want to use all of that, I've got to give him quite a few pieces. So, yes. Good boy. And that's how we kind of work on the duration part. Just let him stay there. Ideally, I could wait for him to sit down. Yes. Good boy. Give him a big reward once he's on there. And you kind of saw I pushed into him a little bit because he started to come off. I want him to know that he's got to stay on it. Let's go. Good. Good boy, huh? Place. Yes. Good boy. So we help him with guidance. So he's just looking at me. He's like, oh, I don't know. What do you want me to do? I say the command. Place. Try not to repeat it. I will every now and then. Very old habit. Um, yes. Good boy. Good. Um, so right there, he looked at me for more direction, essentially. He was like, I'm not 100% sure what you want. So he looks at me. I'd already given him the place command. And then I use my body, like this right here, spatial pressure. And he's like, oh, got it. Jumps right on there. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Oh boy. Place. Found a piece of food. Tater. Place. So this is why it's important not to drop food. Yes. Place. Yes. Good. Let's go. Yes. Place. Yes. Good. So right there, I just upped the criteria. It was go to it, but also sit down. So go to it, sit down, look at me. Yes, he gets his food. Hopefully that wasn't too loud in the microphone. Good boy. Good. Let's go. So we're gonna start way over here. I think I'm off camera back here. Tater. Good boy. Ready? Place. Ah. Yes. So I just too far too fast. You'll hear me say that a lot. You got to test them. So if you go too far too fast, it's not a huge deal. It can be, but not terrible. Go get it. So we just started further away. That's distance. Um, and then I was trying to wait for him to actually sit down and look at me, but again, the distance and all that stuff was too big of a factor. So that's okay. We'll just redo it. Place. Yes. Good. Good boy. Uh-oh. Good boy. He's got a really good nose too. Here. Place. Yes. Good. So we'll eventually up the criteria to laying all the way down. So I'm going to end on that one because we did get a bunch of reps. So all I'm going to do is give him the rest of the food that's in my pouch here, and then that's it. Put him in the crate, let him kind of soak it all in, move on to the other dogs, and that's it. Um, Ideally, you're going to do this 2 or 3 times throughout a day. Most ideally, you're going to do this with all of his food, make him work for it. But let's be real. I feel like I'm pretty much a realist. I don't think anybody should expect me to train with 5 cups of food. So I'm not going to put that expectations on you, but try to get at least one really good session. Um, Try to get a second one. And definitely get a third one if you can. And you do that every day, and you're going to have an amazing dog. So I'm going to try to post these every single day. No guarantees, to be honest. Because some days I might just be doing the same stuff, same place, same down, same heel, and all that stuff. But look at there. He's already looking for his reward. Good boy.